Prince Harry took on a job at BetterUp, a mental fitness consultancy company, in spring 2020 as a chief impact officer. But the Silicon Valley company has now come under fire after mental health coaches hid out at the recently reviewed pay structure they claim effectively represents a pay cut. The morning show correspondent Peter Ford said, talking about Prince Harry, this crowd that he is involved with called BetterUp. Employees at that organization, it's not a charity, it's not a not-for-profit, it's a business. They're saying they're not happy about Prince Harry being involved, and all the money he's been paid. They say it's now filtering down with all the cost-cutting, their own wages are being cut back to subsidize having Prince Harry on the books. Presenter Larry Edmer suggested the ongoing gripe signals there are stories ahead for the royal and the company. In other hand, they were paid a whopping $191 million in a deal to produce content for Netflix under their Archul Productions banner. But there have been suggestions that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle should give back some of that money in light of the streaming giant's recent financial woes. They could take a pay cut, suggested Sunrise host Natalie Barr on Tuesday's show. 7's U.S. correspondent Tim Lester said Meghan and Harry might be pushed into talking more about the royal family to satisfy their Netflix paymasters. His assessment has been widely echoed by royal experts, who claim the couple could face pressure from Netflix bosses to deliver a more original damnation of the royals to justify their deal after Meghan's animated TV series was axed. Royal author Tom Bauer told that Netflix could likely enlist the Duke and Duchess to produce further original content related to the royal family in an effort to rebuild subscriber numbers, with the firm already predicting it will lose another 2 million accounts between now and June. He said, Brand Markle is struggling after Netflix's decision. The celebrity Duchess has shown limited talent for original entertainment. Her children's book On the Bench flopped and her voiceover for a Disney film was mocked. It was hard to imagine what she offered Netflix in the Pearl film. All she can offer is her fame, but her critics would say it's her notoriety. Now, to meet her financial needs, she'll be under pressure from Netflix to deliver a more original damnation of the royal family. Victimhood is still lucrative, but it's a short-term fix for her and Harry. They'll both run out of steam and credibility soon, and further cancellations by Netflix and others will follow. Another royal expert, Richard Fitzwilliams, told, the serious financial situation for Netflix, which has seen its shares plummet and which has announced radical changes to its content, is reflected in the decision to cancel Meghan's animated TV series Pearl. This will be a blow to the Sussexes, and the question obviously is, what do Netflix want from the royal couple now? Harry's Heart of Invictus series will be due out soon, but the circa $100 million deal with the company is huge and they will need a return on their investment. The company that boasted a deal with the Sussexes and the success of The Crown is now being forced to make drastic cutbacks and changes to its output. It may well pressurize the Sussexes, who have an internationally known brand, to produce more, quickly. Harry's military experience might be tapped. He has after all served 2 terms in Afghanistan. Meghan's experience as a thespian is another possibility. This was her life before she married Harry. It isn't possible at the moment to see how they could acquire royal programs with input from the Sussexes. Mr. Fitzwilliams also pointed out that it was announced in October 2020 that the Sussexes had signed up with the prestigious Harry Walker speaking agency based in New York, which looks after the Obamas and the Clintons, but they do not appear to have given speeches on this lucrative circuit. He continued, they have only produced an undistinguished podcast for Spotify so far, though more is promised. That leaves Harry's memoir due out later in the year and its likely contents. We don't know what it will contain, or whether it might be postponed in deference to the Queen's Platinum Jubilee. If it is to be serialized, it will need headlines, and these must obviously attract readers, and only the sensational can do that. The Sussexes' presence at the Platinum Jubilee celebrations is not yet confirmed, and there is only a month to go. There were reports that Harry's security concerns on visiting Britain had been solved. However, there is much in the above train of events to give considerable cause for concern at the palace.